Hello, everyone. My name is Natoli, and I'll be sharing a meta-analysis that Bob Bornstein and I did that examined the clinical utility of personality pathology frameworks. So increasing dissatisfaction with categorical personality disorder diagnoses has led to the development of dimensional frameworks, which have gotten more popular over the years. Although most studies comparing these frameworks have focused on issues related to validity, more people are starting to investigate their clinical utility. And given this growing popularity, continued scrutiny of the clinical utility of these frameworks is needed. Existing reviews have provided valuable information, but meta-analysis has the potential to complement and extend these narrative reviews. So we did one. We conducted an extensive database search in late 2018 to gather published studies that included ratings of clinical utility for at least one categorical and at least one dimensional model, and then statistically compared those models. We identified 11 studies where clinical utility ratings of categorical and dimensional personality disorder frameworks were compared. We extracted 103 effect sizes from those 11 studies, which had a total sample of just over 2,000 raters. We transformed these effect sizes into the standardized difference score D, as well as a combined Z. And a random effects model was assumed as the populations of each study were presumed to differ. We addressed issues of publication bias in two ways, using failsafe N and a trim and fill procedure, which allowed us to calculate average weighted effect size estimates corrected for publication bias. And these corrected effect sizes were the ones we used in our meta-analyses. Based on the available data, we examined differences in ratings for categorical versus dimensional frameworks across 7 domains of clinical utility and investigated 2 moderator variables, which dimensional model was used and the rating target, such as a vignette versus actual patient. We found that the dimensional models in general and the 5-factor model in particular received more positive ratings than the categorical framework in the majority of clinical utility domains. We also found that the stronger results were obtained for ratings of actual patients than ratings derived from case vignettes. Now, these results parallel recent findings contrasting the categorical and dimensional frameworks on various indices of construct validity and psychometric rigor, which also favor the dimensional approach. Future research should continue to examine the clinical utility of dimensional models in different samples and different settings. But given the present findings, those studies may find it beneficial to ask raters to consider actual patients rather than having them use fictitious cases. If you're interested in learning more, please check out our published article in the September 2019 issue of Personality Disorders, Theory, Research, and Treatment. Thank you for taking the time to hear about our study.